Hello everyone, I'm going to summarize the movie The Big Short. The Big Short is about the 2008 economic crisis that occurred in the United States of America. The movie revolves around Michael Burry, who is the founder and the hedge fund manager of Swan Capital. So basically, Michael Burry discovers that there is something wrong with the bonds that are being issued in America at that time. Bonds, which were supposed to have subpar ratings like B, double B, triple B, have been given inflated ratings of A, double A, and even triple A. Uh, so, so he realizes there's a bubble being formed in the US as there is an overall economic boom. People are able to get loans for cheaper. They're able to buy houses which are almost 5 to 6 times their annual income. And the stock market is rallying. So Michael Burry decides to take advantage of this situation, and he invests almost all of Scion Capital's liquidity into self-made instruments called credit swaps. So what he does is he goes to banks and asks them if he can short the housing market, and since there's no instrument like that which existed at that time, because the housing market is considered very stable instrument in America, so the banks had to specially create one for him, and they were fine in doing so because well nobody thought that the housing market would fall. So he went up to all the big banks like Goldman Sachs, Deutsche Bank. He went to and the others. So because of that, like now he had almost invested $1.2 billion of his investors' money into these credit swaps. While Barry is out shopping for bonds, um, what happens is Jared Winnett, uh, who works at Deutsche Bank, catches wind of the news. So he decides to investigate on this matter for himself and realizes that everything that Michael Burry is saying is true. The housing market is indeed going to collapse. So to do this, he buys bonds for himself as well. And now the funny part what happens is basically his assistant was supposed to call someone to get to buy few bonds for Jared, but in the process she ends up dialing the wrong number. So Jared's assistant, um, due to the misdial, the news ends up reaching Mark Baum, who is the hedge fund manager. So he has a meeting with Jared, him and his team, which consists of three more people. So they meet up with Jared and Jared explains to them what the situation is, and they do their own investigation, and like they realize that the housing market is going to collapse. So after a lot of deliberation, Mark Baum invests uh, his hedge fund money as well into these credit swaps, and Jared too invests his personal money. A third plot ensues, which follows two young investors, Charlie and Jamie. Um, they are investors who work on very high risk margins and hence and very big capital. So they make many trades, many risky bets, but the ones which work out give out a huge return. So that was the trading strategy, and they were very successful at it. Um, so they were college roommates, and they now worked out of Jeremy's garage. So when they saw a paper written by Jerry Bennett, which was describing these credit default swaps, and since it was a high leverage option, which had a lot of risk, but the risk to reward ratio was very high as well, so they decided to look into it. They took advice from their retired banking friend, who is played by Brad Pitt. Um, Brad, so together they decide to look into it, and they go to Las Vegas, where the annual summit for the credit rating companies is happening. They speak to a few people and realize that these credit rating companies are handing out bonds with such inflated ratings just so that banks can buy from them and so that the banks can sell these to hungry investors, hungry retail investors as well. So overall, everyone is trying to make a profit in this game, and eventually the bubble is going to collapse. So Jeremy and Charlie together invest their personal savings as well into this venture. When the crash does occur, it is a disaster. The stock markets fall, big banks shut down. Lehman Brothers has had shut down, and it was a disastrous moment for everyone. Um, Michael Burry made $700 million for his investors, and he himself made $100 million of profits for himself. Mark Baum's hedge fund crossed $1 billion, and Mark Baum himself made $200 million. Overall, the movie shows us the repercussions of what happens when there is not stringent policing involved in a matter of any financial instrument. After this, new rules were introduced by the Securities Exchange Board of the United States of America.